Hello, and welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman. This is, of course, Gerkinman, and this is the final episode of Metroid Prime. What is going on here? All this craziness. Limited data on unknown material available. Material is highly radioactive. You will take damage from direct contact. Mutagenic quality is at least 80% greater than Phazon. Unshielded bioforms below index level P will suffer fatality within moments. So, this is actually a pretty interesting environment, the inside of the crater here. These things have somehow managed to survive in here. Lumigek, Phazon-charged reptiles, natives of Talon 4. The Lumigek travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival. They absorb and radiate Phazon energy, making these swarms a threat. So these guys actually will do a bit of damage to you. They're not so great. It's a very, very strange environment here. Like, it looks like there's like giant bones everywhere. And this is like Phazon that's so intense that even with the Phazon suit, you can't get close to it, because it will kill you. What we do have in here are some fusion Metroids, which are incredibly annoying, but there's a way to kill these, and it's actually the reason I wanted to collect all of the... Like, look at these, it's like giant bones. Fusion Metroids are a complete pain in the ass. I remember they giving me a hell of a time my first playthrough of this. But yeah, there's like all this giant like bone sort of structure and stuff in here, and it's just incredibly bizarre. Oh, you... Fuck. This is why I hate them, because they can so easily like knock you off the... off the platforms that you're trying to do. But if you can get them close to you... Oh well, that didn't go as planned. That's really not good. Ugh. Fucking fusion Metroids. Now, yeah, as I was saying, there's all this like giant like growth look, kind of like bones and stuff. It's just very, very, very creepy and very, very alien looking. It's definitely the most alien looking part of the game. So whatever this impact crater is or has done, it's been pretty rough. It's obviously had quite an effect. And you can hear how squishy it all is too, which is kind of interesting. We've also got these little things here floating around in the water, which I find kind of cool. Oh, he's on me. I thought I could get away from him, but I can't. But yes, the power bomb is the main reason you want to... The main reason you want to get all the power bomb upgrades is actually because when there's lots of those, you can just drop a power bomb and it just, regardless of what type they are, obliterates them. So that's its most useful function. So there's more of these like weird little amoeba things just in here, and yeah, it's just a fascinating environment. Just doesn't make it look like anything else in the game. Incredibly strange. Get out of my face. But because you only have so many power bombs, you kind of want to try to lure them all into one place so you can destroy multiple at the same time, because otherwise... Oh crap, I didn't get any of them. Alright, so I got two. Well, that's not so bad, I can deal with that. Just keep making our way up. Be nice if they drop some, but they don't. Yeah, fighting those guys with beam weapons is just... I mean, you can do it, but... it's not fun. There's a lot more of this sort of aesthetic in Metroid Prime 2. I love this too. There's these spider-ball tracks, but they're not really spider-ball tracks. They look much more organic than the ones found in the rest found around the rest of Talon. You can see the texture quality is not quite as high on these ones. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh no. Well, I didn't want to do that, but I survived. And welcome to Metroid Prime. This is the giant creature that the Chozo were talking about being locked underneath the crater. Doesn't look much like a Metroid though. So that's a little weird, but you know, whatever. So the easiest... when he is in this form, this is the easiest form to damage him with because of the Wave Buster. He will actually change... whoa, like that. He will actually change his weakness periodically based on your full beam weapons. It's not too hard. But you have to shoot him like right in the eyes. And that attack will do some damage. You have to kind of time everything perfectly, otherwise it won't quite work out the way you think. When you do enough damage, he always moves underground. He just gets progressively further and further deeper underground and uses more and more different... it's back to Wave Beam. So, but Wave Beam's my favorite because it's the easiest one to damage him with. Because of the Wave Buster, it's just so OP. Although it does eat missiles like no one's business. So the idea behind these is that you can... oh, he's back to the power beam again. And I should have dodged that, but I didn't. So I'll definitely say that the power beam and the Wave Beam are the easiest ones to hit him with. Where's he going now? What are you going to turn into, buddy? Ice Beam, okay. That's another one. Ice Beam's not too bad. The fire one's the only one that's kind of annoying, but the Plasma Beam does so much damage anyway that it's not really a big deal. But you can see I'm not really having a whole lot of trouble with him. He's not super difficult at all. And I believe this is the last level. What the? I don't remember this attack. Plasma time. Yeah, the flamethrower doesn't really do a whole lot of much of anything to him. You have to be pretty close to use it, so it's not really something that I generally try to avoid. That attack's also pretty annoying when it drops like that acid stuff. Not so great. Now these are important. This is how you replenish your missiles actually. If you can fucking shoot one. Those will drop health and missiles. Which are obviously very useful things to be grabbing hold of in a boss battle where you're constantly using missiles and stuff. Back to ice again. So there are certain frames where if you hit him during those frames, it won't hurt him because his shell will bounce back your attacks. And those are annoying. Alright, what are you going to turn into next? Whatever that one is. It's not one in particular. Back to power beam. Wicked. So that did not go well. It's getting pretty low in health already. Not too hard at all. I really like the design of him though. The animation on him is absolutely fantastic. Like he moves brilliantly. Just do some more of this to him because he loves that so much. Oh, I thought we were on the last floor. Apparently there's one more. This is the last one. Alright. You only get one track down the middle for hiding in. Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid boss fight, to be honest. It's good the way it makes you use all of your beam weapons, I think. Although, I guess it's really not all that crazy difficult. You're just swapping them depending on his color, so maybe it's not as amazing as I make it out as I make it out to be. Shift Buster again. See, now he's starting to change on the fly, and that's where it gets tricky. Because you don't want to be wasting. Ouch. You don't want to be wasting stuff. Wasting is bad. Very bad. Alright, destroy that, destroy that. Hopefully there'll be some missiles in one of these. And there was. So he's getting very, very erratic now with his... Wait, did I didn't scan him. Oh, I should probably do that. Do you like the human face on the side there? I think it's pretty cool. Metroid Prime, highly evolved phazon-producing life form. The apparition known as Metroid Prime is the source of phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes her susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable, other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. Whoop. He's doing his switch up thing again. Nope. This part here is a little bit easier with the GameCube controller because you can change weapons a lot faster than you can on the Wii. It's not a huge deal, but just something to take note of if you're planning on playing through this game and don't know which version to play. It's getting very close now. You can also just hurt him with standard attacks. Come on. Yes! And I didn't even use all my missiles. Would you look at that? Alright, well, let's see where things go from here. That looks a little bit more like a Metroid. Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. The scan indicates that the phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from phazon-infused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of phazon when it attacks, and use these to fuel your suit's phazon weapon system. This entity can also spawn Metroids to assist it in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. So none of these attacks will do anything to it. You cannot hurt it with standard regular attacks. What you can do, however, is, well, I will once I wait for it to actually drop some, is when it creates these little pools of phazon here, it'll turn invisible to use either one of the, you'll need to use one of the different visors to see it. But you stand on the phazon patch and you blast away at it. So at the moment it's using X-ray. Yeah, so you're just kind of like really just waiting for it to generate these little pools of phazon that you can stand in. If that's a wave attack, which is most certainly not creating phazon. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. But he'll do that and then he'll change visors. And once he does, you simply blast away in hyper mode. Now hyper mode of course comes back in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In fact, it's kind of what the whole game's built around. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Not particularly difficult, although the music makes it sound like it's pretty difficult. It's the sort of music you'd expect to hear from a good solid last boss. So he's creating Metroids now. Ugh. Which visor is he using now? This one. Of course, using hyper mode on the Metroids absolutely obliterates them as well. But when they die, they drop health, so... If you somehow manage to lose on this boss fight, you should probably stop playing video games. This, yeah, I guess like overall, like I don't really have much more to say about this guy. The game's difficulty has been like that. The difficulty comes from exploring, not from the gameplay itself or the combat or anything like that. Although playing it in hard mode is pretty hard. I do like the fact you can see his shell just like sitting there. Hunter Metroids. Alright. Which visor are we using today, Mr. Prime? This one? Where are you? There you are. He's getting close now. Only got 2 more. Still some Hunter Metroids floating about. I think the Wave Beam's probably the best one to use against them. I do like the way you could like see his brain through the X-ray thing. I think that's pretty wicked. So Metroid Prime, like it's easy to think that this is some kind of Metroid that's been affected by Phazon, but actually the lore makes it out to be an entire new species that is born through Phazon, as opposed to a Metroid which has been like changed by Phazon.
Chozo's faith in Samus has been well rewarded, and now a new star shines in the universe. The bounty hunter, Samus Aran. What future and fate await her?
And that's it, that's Metroid Prime, so I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it, and, you know, final thoughts on the game, I suppose. This is, like, I've played through this game countless times, and I will probably play through it again in the future, because I love it. It's just so well, everything about it's just so well thought out. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope if you've played it before but haven't finished it, it kind of encourages you to go through and play through it again, either on the GameCube or the Wii version, the trilogy, now that it's on the Wii U eShop. So if you haven't played it, definitely do it. You've got a bit more of an idea now of where to go in the order of things if you haven't played through it. Because I know some people like that, they get kind of lost because they don't know where to go next, so I think having a playthrough like this kind of helps out with that. So, yeah, anyway, so next time I will be playing Donkey Kong 64, and it's something that I am not excited to be playing through, but I've got to do it now, so that'll be that. So I'm not sure when that'll be starting. Maybe it'll be straight after this, maybe it'll be a little while longer. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. If you did, feel free to share with others you think might enjoy it, or like it, or subscribe, or whatever it is people do these days on YouTube. And hopefully I'll catch you next time, so have a good one.